Why is Samsung holding back one of its best mid-range phones from the US market? The Galaxy A56 launched months ago in several countries. But if you live in the US, you still can't walk into a store and buy one. That's unusual, especially for a phone with this much going for it. But a quiet new development just revealed that Samsung might finally be ready to move forward. Here's everything you need to know. The Galaxy A56 made its global debut nearly 3 months back. Most people expected it to show up in the US shortly after, just like Samsung's other A-series phones. Instead, nothing happened. The cheaper Galaxy A36 is already available in stores, but the A56? Still missing. Samsung hasn't said much publicly since March. Back then, they did confirm that the A56 would come to the US, just not right away. After that, it's been silence. But something just changed behind the scenes. Samsung's firmware. Tracker now shows new activity for the Galaxy A56, specifically model SMA566U1, which is the US version. This means the company is working on the software needed for the phone to run smoothly in the US. It's the clearest sign yet that Samsung hasn't forgotten this device. They're just taking a longer route. Let's talk about why this phone matters. The Galaxy A56 is packed with solid hardware for its price. It features a 6.6-inch AMOLED display with a 1080p resolution and a smooth refresh rate of 120 Hz. That alone makes it feel more premium than many other phones in the same range. Under the hood, you'll find the Exynos 1480 chip, paired with AMD graphics. That means better visuals, higher gaming performance, and a smoother user experience. It's a big step up from the previous A5X models. On the back, there's a 50-megapixel main camera, and the whole device is powered by a 5,000 mAh battery. You also get support for fast charging, although the exact watt rating hasn't been officially confirmed yet. One of the biggest wins here is software support. Samsung promises 4 full Android OS updates and 5 years of security patches. That kind of commitment is rare in this price range and adds real value for long-term users. Now, about the price, it's expected to launch at around $499 US. That's where things get interesting. This phone is so well equipped, it might actually compete with Samsung's own Galaxy S24 FE, which is also rumored to be priced similarly. And that might explain the delay. Think about it. If the A56 gives you nearly the same performance and features for less money, why would someone wait for or spend more on the S24 FE? Samsung could be spacing out the launches on purpose to avoid hurting the sales of its higher-end models. So where does that leave us? Right now, Samsung hasn't made an official announcement, but the firmware progress strongly suggests that the US launch is still on the roadmap. It might arrive later than expected, but it's definitely not canceled. If you're in the market for a new phone and don't want to spend over $500 US, the Galaxy A56 could be worth waiting for. You get a premium display, a strong processor with better graphics, and long-term software support, all in one package. So, is the A56 still on your list, or has the long wait made you look elsewhere? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more updates on Samsung and other new devices coming your way. Thanks for watching. What happens when a company leaks its own secret? You usually expect leaks to come from insiders or leakers on social media, right? But this time, Samsung beat them all by leaking its own upcoming phones through one of its apps. Yes, you heard that right. Samsung just revealed the names of the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Galaxy Z Flip 7 without even saying a word publicly, and it's kind of hilarious how it happened. Let's rewind for a second. People have been talking for months about what Samsung's next foldable phones might be called. Of course, the most obvious guess was Fold 7 and Flip 7. But Samsung hadn't confirmed anything. No teasers, no posters, nothing official. But then, out of nowhere, the answer appeared inside Samsung's internet browser app. The leak happened in the beta version of the app, which is now available on the Galaxy Store. The description of the app includes the line, "for Fold 7 and Flip 7. That's it. That small line confirmed the names of Samsung's next foldable phones. This was first noticed by Galaxy Club, and guess what? The listing was still up at the time they reported it, but there's something interesting here. You won't even see this if you're using an older Samsung phone. You'd need to be on One UI 8, which is still in beta. Right now, it's only available for the Galaxy S25 series, so it's not a leak most users would have noticed, unless they were testing beta software. But now that people have spotted it, the news is out, and here's what this little mistake tells us. First, Samsung is definitely launching the Fold 7 and Flip 7. That might sound obvious, but this is the first time we've seen those names used officially, even if it wasn't on purpose. Second, this likely means that the rumored Fold Ultra might not be real after all. Earlier, Samsung teased something with the word Ultra, and many thought a more powerful version of the Fold could be coming. But this app listing doesn't mention anything like that. So for now, it looks like we're getting the regular Fold 7 and Flip 7, and maybe a fan edition model too, called the Flip 7 FE. Some reports have mentioned this lower-cost version might launch alongside the main models, and we're not done yet. There's also talk about Samsung working on a tri-folding phone, something that opens in two directions. It could be shown later this year, but only in a few markets like South Korea and China. As for the big launch, Samsung hasn't shared the date yet, but many reports say the Summer Unpacked event will happen in early July, maybe in New York City. That's where we'll likely see the Fold 7 and Flip 7 officially introduced. What makes this leak even more fun is that it's so simple. It's not some blurry photo. It's not from a leaker online. It's just Samsung's own app listing. The name's as if it was no big deal, and honestly, it's kind of refreshing. These days, leaks are everywhere. But this one stands out because it came from the company itself, quietly sitting in the app description. So now we know the Fold 7 and Flip 7 are real, and they're coming soon. What are you hoping to see in these new foldables? Bigger displays? Better battery life? Cameras with more megapixels? Or maybe just a lower price? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy these short and simple updates, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Samsung might be changing things up again, and if you're someone who cares about smartphone performance, this is something you'll want to pay attention to. A new report out of South Korea hints that the upcoming Galaxy S26 series could bring back a decision that users weren't exactly thrilled about in the past, using different processors depending on where you live. Right now, the Galaxy S25 series is praised for one key reason. Every model, in every region, runs on the same powerful Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy processor. That kind of consistency made things simple. No matter where you bought your phone, you knew it had top-tier performance. But that might change with the S26 lineup. The new report suggests that Samsung could go back to splitting its chip strategy, meaning some phones will run on Snapdragon and others on Samsung's own Exynos chip. The Galaxy S26 Ultra will likely continue using Snapdragon across all regions, but the regular Galaxy S26 and S26 Plus might not be as straightforward. If the leak is accurate, the United States, South Korea, China, and Japan would still get the Snapdragon version. Meanwhile, Europe and other global markets could receive the Exynos 2600-powered models. This isn't entirely surprising since Samsung did something similar with the Galaxy S24 series, where the Ultra had Snapdragon everywhere, while the standard models came with Exynos in select countries. That split wasn't very popular. Many users complained that the Exynos versions didn't perform as well. They were often slower, less efficient, and had issues with battery life and heat compared to their Snapdragon counterparts. That's why the Galaxy S25 series was such a welcome change. Finally, everyone got the same performance no matter the region. So if Samsung goes back to a mixed chip setup for the S26, it could leave a lot of people disappointed. Of course, nothing is official yet. Samsung had originally planned to use the Exynos 2500 in the S25 series, but due to production problems, they had to drop